Good morning, everybody, and Shavua Tov. Wishing you all a wonderful week. We're getting closer and closer to the days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. They're right around the corner. And we've been trying to prepare for these days by studying and discussing the 6 constant mitzvos, the 6 commandments that we're encouraged to employ as filters that we use when we view the world and interact with the world to create awareness, a God awareness and a consciousness, and to live with that. So we've been focusing on the first commandment, which is the commandment to know that there's a God. And I want to try to wrap that up and move on. So just summarize. We spoke about the fact that the Torah commands us to know that there is a God, which is a strange commandment because who's the recipient of this commandment? The person who doesn't believe in God is being told to believe in a God, commanded to believe in a God that I don't believe in? That makes no sense. So clearly it's talking to the person who does believe in God. But if I already believe in God, why do I need to be commanded to believe in God? And the answer is that the commandment is to constantly work on deepening and internalizing that belief and that awareness. So we spoke about a number of things. We spoke about what Maimonides calls the uncaused first cause. The fact that if finite existence is here, it means that there has to be something at the beginning of the chain that has the ability, an adequate antecedent cause that has the ability to bring finite existence into existence. And if that thing is also finite, then something has to exist before it to bring it into existence. That is called the first cause argument. And then we spoke about the teleological argument, the fact that if I walk into the supermarket at Jewel and I see the shelves designed in an orderly way, I know that somebody put that together and organized that in such a way, because something like that doesn't happen randomly by putting a bunch of products on the ground and turning on large fans and everything blows neatly onto the shelves. So if we can find design and order in the universe that's at least as organized and spectacular as the shelves in the supermarket, then we know that there has to be somebody that created that design. And we began exploring different things. The human eye, which Darwin himself said could not have come about by evolution. We studied the coordinated evolution of the bombardier beetle and organisms like snakes that have sacs to keep the venom from killing themselves. All these different things we talked about. So how is it possible when we look at the universe and we see so much perfection and we understand, we wouldn't think that happened randomly. How is it that we do? Not just atheists, but we do. We walk around all the time without a God awareness. How do we do that? And the answer is something that the Torah calls shochad, or simply translated as bribe, but the psychologists call cognitive dissonance. What is the idea? The idea is that if there's a concept or an idea, and in order for me to accept and to buy into that concept or idea, there are going to be uncomfortable implications that are going to make life difficult for me, or that are going to challenge my pre-existing notions, and it's going to create enough dissonance and enough discomfort, then I will simply discredit that idea. I will ignore it, I'll walk away from it, I'll discredit the source of the idea, or whatever I have to do in order to not live with that reality. Well, guess what? The reality of there being an infinite being who is all-knowing, who knows me and created me and expects things from me and creates me with a certain moral responsibility and is holding me responsible and culpable for my decisions and my actions and is watching me all the time. Talk about uncomfortable implications, right? So what happens? There's a big part of me, inside of me. It's called the Yetzer Hara, that negative part inside of me that says, no, 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 no. I will not accept that implication, and therefore I will do whatever I need to do, even if it means turning off my logical brain in order to deny the existence of that infinite creator. And I'm not, again, just talking about people who don't believe in God. I'm talking about people like us who do believe in God, but we walk around with that cognitive dissonance, or shochad, the Torah calls it a bribe. We're bribed by our own desire for it not to be true. And therefore, what do we have to do? We have to work on it. We have to internalize it. We have to bring it deep inside of us. We have to think about it. We have to ponder all the things that we've been speaking about and take them deep within us and work on it and focus on it. And if we do that, we'll have a greater awareness when we go into Rosh Hashanah that Hashem, God, is King, the creator of the universe, and we'll yearn for that relationship. Tomorrow we're going to move on to the second of the 6 constant mitzvot. Have a great day.